Quickly, we've talked a lot for several weeks now about Odell Beckham Jr. Do you think the status of Josh Allen may affect the chances of him signing with the Buffalo Bills?
For sure has some impact of the uncertainty, right? Like, it depends when Odell is trying to get on a team by. We heard the report from Jake Glazer that he could be good to go sooner than maybe people like myself anticipated. I thought this was a no sooner than Thanksgiving, maybe December 1st type thing. Sounds like maybe in the week or so that he would be able to go and sign with the team. At the same time, there might not be a rush for him in seeing how this plays out, right? Like, I don't know that the Eagles would be in on it. Like we said, they're a true contender. We know he wants to get on a contender. Cowboys, maybe. I don't know if, a couple of reporters said the Cowboys aren't necessarily a Odell Beckham away from overtaking the Eagles in their own division even, right? So I do think the Cowboys are a potential threat to the Bills right now if the Bills don't act quick. And that uncertainty of Josh may have him pause right now to see what's going to go on. But I think he's tuned in enough to Von Miller, the way those two talk. I'm sure they're talking all the time. A lot of the guys on the team are still going after trying to get him here. What we do know is it's not season ending, right? Josh Allen is going to be back. And if Odell came here, he's going to at least get a month and a half of regular season football still. Plus, you're going to the playoffs if you're with the Buffalo Bills and most likely getting in multiple playoff games. And so I still think the Bills are the best opportunity at what he wants, which is chasing a ring and having a platform to show his talents to go on and get another contract. I think the Buffalo Bills still make the most sense.
I'll tell you what, too, when I did an immediate post game after on Sunday or had reactions, I should say, at least after Sunday, not necessarily on the podcast, just I wrote down some stuff. My thought about Odell Beckham Jr. was this, man, after watching the Bills and after watching Isaiah McKenzie, 2 catches for 12 yards, they're still not really using Shakur. I've said all along that Odell Beckham would be a nice pickup for the Bills, almost kind of like a luxury thing, just add another weapon to a bunch of them. And then I'm like, after Sunday's game, I'm like, I wouldn't necessarily call him a need right now, but two of you could get away with calling him a need. I think the Bills could certainly use for sure Odell Beckham Jr. in this offense. More so now after seeing that Isaiah McKenzie he's just not getting it done, man. 2 catches, 12 yards. He is who he is. What's going to change about Isaiah McKenzie next week? He might have a week, but on a consistent, reliable basis, I don't trust him. So anyway, my point was I think Odell Beckham Jr. has become more of a, I don't want to go as far to say necessity, but they could really, really use him.
I think also on that vein that for a long time we've been talking about just this slot competition. I think I even said on over the next month there's a slot competition and that Odell plays into that third role. And I don't even know if that's true. I think I like Gabe Davis for his ability to have that explosive plays. And I don't know if it's some of how Dorsey's using him versus what his abilities are, but I'll tell you what, right now the Bills are missing not the person Cole Beasley, but they're missing the on the field product of a reliable wide receiver that gets open when he needs to and is reliable to catch and be a security blanket for Josh Allen. I wanted to see maybe more of that possession style stuff from Gabe Davis, where he's taking a slant route or he's taking something that when you need a first down, somebody that can, besides Stephon Diggs, be leaned into to help you continue to move the chains. And right now that's kind of been Devin Singletary, and he's not particularly good at that. And so the consistency, I want to see more from Gabe Davis. And until we see it, like the Bills don't owe it to Gabe Davis to be the number 2 wide receiver, the number 2 option in this offense. Like he continually has to earn that. Like he really hasn't arrived yet, even though he's had large production in limited quantities, but he still has issues with drops. He is not an efficient receiver yet. And so with that, being a Super Bowl contender, I would like to see somebody that has maybe the proven production in the NFL, and you're not going to get that off the street in any other scenario besides Odell Beckham.
Time is going to prevent us from having a Gabe Davis discussion today. And man, I am a founding member of the Gabe Davis fan club, man. I love the guy, but he has not been the Gabe Davis that I expected this year at all. He's been very spotty. And I know the ankle had something to do with it early on, but really maddening, inconsistent. One last thing.